In the United States of America, the Christian religion is still very popular and followed by millions of people every single week. Now in this video, we don't look at the very small churches, but at the very large mega churches in the Christian religion. Now some of these churches have gigantic jumbotron screens, and others are run out of former NBA arenas. We'll count down the 10 largest megachurches in the United States. Number 10, the Potter's House out of Dallas, Texas. This church houses 17,000 weekly attendees. It's run by Pastor T.D. Jakes, who is the imposing 6'3" badass that can be found on television stations. This church was actually started by televangelist W.V. Grant, but it was sold after he was convicted of tax evasion in 1996, and he sold the church to fellow televangelist T.D. Jakes. Number 9, Calvary Chapel in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. This church has a weekly attendance of 18,000 people. It's currently run by Pastor Doug Sauter. However, it was started in 1980 by Bob Coy, who was 24 years old at the time. He led the church until April of this year, 2014, when he declared he had a moral failing which disqualifies him from continuing his leadership role at the church. Well, his moral failing turned out to be multiple affairs and an addiction to pornography. Number 8, Saddleback Church, ran by Pastor Rick Warren. This one is located in Lake Forest and has weekly attendance of 19,414 people. This church did not have its first permanent facility until it reached 10,000 weekly attendance. Until then, the church was actually operated out of giant plastic tents. Number 7, Fellowship Church. This one is run by Pastor Ed Young Jr. It has weekly attendance of 19,913 people. It's located in a suburb of Fort Worth, Texas, and this church blew up because it catered to young children by creating a solid youth service that the children really enjoyed. Naturally, this eased the headaches of the parents, and so since they didn't really have to deal with bratty kids, they started going to this church. Number 6, West Angeles Cathedral. This church is located in Los Angeles, California, with weekly attendance of 20,000 people. The residing pastor is Charles Blake. This guy is a badass because he grew the church from only 40 members to over 20,000 where it sits today. Now, with his church being located in Los Angeles, it is the home to many celebrities such as Magic Johnson, Denzel Washington, and Stevie Wonder. Number 5, LifeChurch.tv. The pastor over this church is Craig Groeschel. It's located in Edmond, Oklahoma, with weekly attendance of 20,823 people. It was founded in 1996, and this church is very unique. In 2007, they began broadcasting their services on the online life simulator Second Life. Also, in order to attract a younger crowd, the music is generally a mixture of pop and rock music. Number 4, Willow Creek Community Church. The pastor over this church is Bill Hybels. It's located in Barrington, Illinois, with a weekly attendance of 22,500 people. It's a non-denominational church, and this church has the money. A worship center was completed in 2004 for $73 million. One of the most remarkable things about the church is that it has 2 gigantic Mitsubishi LED screens that each measure 14 by 24 feet. Now, each screen is on its own individual track that can make it movable, and both screens can be combined into one gigantic God screen. Number 3, North Point Community Church. This church is pastored by Andy Stanley. It's non-denominational as well and has weekly attendance of 22,557 people. It is the largest church in Atlanta, Georgia, and in 1995, at the church's founding, Pastor Andy Stanley stated, "Atlanta does not need another church. What Atlanta does need is a safe environment where the unchurched can come and hear the life-changing truth that Jesus Christ cares for them and died for their sin." Number 2, Second Baptist Church. This church is actually pastored by Ed Young, who is the father of number 7 pastor Ed Young Jr. It's located in Houston, Texas, and has weekly attendance of 23,659 people. This is the largest Baptist church in the United States. Ed Young, another pastoring badass, increased weekly attendance from 500 people a week in 1978 to where it stands now at over 23,000 people every week. This church has a massive budget of $55 million a year. And it's also like a small city because it houses fitness centers, bookstores, a cafe, a kindergarten through 12th grade school, and a free auto repair shop for single mothers. Number 1, Lakewood Church. This one is pastored by always smiling Joel Osteen. Now, Houston, Texas must be one of the most religious cities in the United States because it's home to number 2 and this one, number 1 megachurches in the United States. It has a weekly attendance of a massive and astounding 43,500 people, head and shoulders above number 2. It has 4 English services and 2 Spanish services every week. Now, this church was started in 1959 by Joel Osteen's father, John Osteen, in an abandoned feed store in Houston, Texas. In 1999, after John passed away due to a heart attack, Joel took over and quickly increased the attendance 5-fold to 30,000 weekly people. In 2003, they leased and later bought the Compaq Center, which is the former arena of the Houston Rockets. It is absolutely enormous, 16,800 seat capacity. Now, this church also has services that are watched on TV weekly by 7 million people. What a church. Wow. Thank you to everyone for watching today's video. Please be sure to follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Both the links will be in the description below. Also, please subscribe because I will be releasing another one of these videos in 3 days. Thank you.